Fromberg High School put on its annual Veterans Day ceremony this morning, a ceremony they've hosted since 2010. Color 8 Spencer Martin visited Fromberg to take in the Veterans Day ceremony and speak with a family with a long tradition of military service.
Fromberg School's Veterans Day ceremony honors those in their community who bravely served their country. J.D. Lowry served in the Navy in 1964, but he told me veterans haven't always been honored.
Well, they're important because, I come out of Vietnam where we were not appreciated when we got home. And I spent many years ashamed of being a veteran. I had never heard "thank you for your service" until the troops started coming home from Afghanistan and Iraq.
The ceremony demonstrated flag folding, featured poems and skits, a guest speaker, and this year music director Jason Webster got the band and 2 choirs involved in the program.
It's awesome. Like I said, every year we get more and more veterans coming out to this. We put on a really nice lunch. All over the community we have a ton of veterans.
At the ceremony, it was evident that military service is an important part of the Fromberg community. But for the Lowrys, serving our country has become a family tradition. Levi is a retired staff sergeant in the Army and retired from the Montana National Guard last year. He is one of 4 veterans on Fromberg's faculty.
Dad was on the road and called and said, my brother had a recruiter coming, get home to make sure he didn't do something stupid, and we both joined together.
Now his son Ty will join the Delayed National Guard program. He will be the 4th generation of Lowrys to serve in the military.
Then I was really even stoked when I found out that he wanted to go 11 Bravo, be an infantryman like his dad.
I'm very proud of him. His grandmother would have been. She passed away a few years ago, and she too would have been very proud of him this day.
After serving in the National Guard, he hopes to go to MSU Bozeman to run cross country.
He'll be in shape for cross country when he gets back from basic. 3 miles won't be anything.
Yeah.
It'll be easy.
Yep.
In Fromberg, Spencer Martin, Montana, right now.
Wow, way to go, Lowrys. Thank you for your service. Levi Lowry also said his 2 younger children are already looking into joining the military as well in some form. All right, now it's time to get a check of that all-important weekend forecast for that. Here's meteorologist Tracy Smith. Hi, Tracy.
Yes, hi there, Becky. Well, so far earlier today, it was a little more on the cooler side. I think I checked some of the temperatures, and our wind chill did clock in at 3 degrees earlier today, around 10 a.m. It was cold, and I hope everyone had their gloves available to them. Outside on the fireplace under Skycam, we have increasing cloud cover, and that's all due to a cold front that's coming in from the north and west, and it's bringing in some rain and even some snow showers. We've been seeing this throughout the day impacting northwest Montana, but now some of those rain and snow showers are starting to filter into our south central locations from Lewistown just to the north of Billings and starting to stretch more in that Glasgow, Jordan region right outside of Miles City. This is going to be impacting your Saturday and even Sunday, and for that reason we want to highlight we do have a winter weather advisory impacting areas from Lewistown, Great Falls, where some areas could pick up 6 to 12 inches. So where is that location looking at? Well, I can tell you if you're going to be driving right along Kings Hill Pass, that's going to be an area you want to give yourself a little extra time. We're starting to see some of those darker blue colors that indicate more closer to 4 to 8 inches of snow, but notice your surrounding areas looking anywhere from a light dusting to less than an inch, and that's going throughout the day on Saturday. We start to add the day of Sunday building in. Well, it looks like Lewistown is going to start to see closer to 3 inches of snow, and we're adding more snow right along Kings Hill Pass, where I said 6 to 12 inches of snow can be expected. But overall, southern Montana and into the eastern plains, a light dusting to possibly an inch of snow. Now, we've also been talking about your temperatures. Your temperatures have been cooling more into those 20s and even 30s, and it looks like some of your wind speeds have been more on the gusty side, especially in Livingston. We've started to see those wind gusts starting to pop up in that 50-mile-per-hour range, but now we're seeing wind gusts more at about 44 miles per hour. We are going to see those winds taking a turn in direction coming in from the north and west as we go throughout the day. On Saturday, about 35 miles per hour impacting Fort Peck Lake. But here's a look at that timing of that cold front. That's going to be swooping through as we go through late Friday night into early Saturday morning, just talking light snow accumulation, and that will stick with us into your Saturday afternoon. By Sunday, snow starts to build or diminish throughout the south and east, but notice how the snow kind of builds back in into Sunday afternoon and evening, and that's where we pick up some of the best snow accumulation. So just a light chance on Saturday, a better chance on Sunday, but remember, over the next 2 days, we're only talking a light dusting to maybe less than an inch of snow. Overnight lows will drop down to those teens and 20s. You're talking 30s for your daytime high throughout the day on Saturday, and we'll stick with those 30s all the way to Monday before we warm back up into the 40s and even 50s. Becky, I'll send things back over to you.
Coming up in your health, it's that time of year again when the days are shorter and the darkness creeps up on us a little faster. What you can do if you're feeling sad. Then later, an international effort to provide some Christmas love and cheer to children worldwide returns to Billings, and you're invited to help. But first, we'll check in with sports director extraordinaire Chris Byers. He's going to give us a little look at sports tonight. Stay with us.
Montana Tech, they win the conference if they win tomorrow. They make on to the playoffs. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. What's that? Good evening, everyone. A big night in high school football. State semifinals in Class A. Central and Laurel meet for the second time. Winner gets a ticket to the state championship next week. Same story for the West High Bears. They tangle with Helena tonight. The winner of that one to the state chipper. Jake Jones joins us live for a preview of that big matchup between Central and Laurel. That's coming up at 5:30, at 6 o'clock rather. Meanwhile, in state volleyball, we're at the semifinals of the state volleyball tournament over in Bozeman. SWX Montana's Lori Buehring will join us with a preview of those semifinal matchups tonight. Those stories coming your way a bit later in sports. Becky?
All right, thanks for sharing your FaceTime with me, Chris. I appreciate it. With less sunlight during the day, many of you might not be feeling like yourself. What you can do if you're feeling the winter blues or something worse. Then we hear of bear encounters every year in Montana, but what one North Carolina man did to escape a bear attack is something you are not going to believe. Don't miss that story and much more when your Color 8 First News at 5 continues.